Hi friends. Wow, I have been in this room a lot lately. My apartment is just the one room, so I have spent a lot of time just looking at it. I think my impulse is to fixate on the things that I don't like this awful blue-gray wall color, but I'd like to take a few minutes to resist that impulse and talk about the things that I like in here that make it feel like home. Here's one. So when I was living in Las Vegas in 2016 working on the Hillary campaign, we moved to a new office about a month into my job. Office here is a generous term for big open room with a bunch of card tables and folding chairs in it. But we spent a lot of time there, so we tried to make the best of it. In particular, one of my coworkers named Michelle led this effort. Michelle was the second in command of our whole operation, so she was a big boss and extremely good at her job, extremely on top of her shit, known, feared, and beloved by pretty much everyone in the state of Nevada, at least on the left side of the spectrum. But despite her aura of extreme competence, she knew when the moment called for a coordinated office-wide share sing-along. Our office had a kitchen. Kitchen here is a generous term for Trader Joe's frozen meal receptacle area. But one Sunday, Michelle came into the office with a big box of what appeared to be the entire gold tone decor aisle of Party City, and locked herself in the kitchen for an hour. We all shrugged and went about our work until after some time, Michelle emerged, quickly shutting the door behind her to hang a picture next to the doorframe, a picture of an endangered Nevada native bird called the sagegrouse.
Editing Taylor here. So the sagegrouse or sage hen is this big, goofy looking bird that lives in 15 of 17 Nevada counties. It eats sagebrush, hence the name. It's not technically endangered in the state of Nevada, but if companies want to do anything that could harm a sage-grouse habitat, they have to also pay money to sage-grouse conservation. Who knows if that will actually help, but if the habitat loss continues, it's possible that they will be listed on the endangered species register. But anyway, climate change is real. Stand this bird.
Then, with the right amount of theatrical flourish, she invited the office to the grand opening of the Sage Grouse Cafe. The table was laid out Pinterest perfect with a gold tablecloth and battery-powered tea lights, and gold cups and gold napkins and little gold garlands strung up on the walls. There was a set of mismatched dishes in the cupboard, donated by various volunteers cleaning out their garages. But I think the thing that we were most impressed by was that it was clean. It was the one bright and shiny refuge from the decrepit trash heap where we were spending 14 hours a day. Like kids who sit at the same lunch table each day unprompted, we all staked out our own spots. A good corner of the fridge, or a chair that didn't wobble, or in my case, a favorite mug. This looks like one of those novelty mugs that were popular in the early 2000s that were advertising fake businesses that were extremely specific and vaguely folksy. Does anyone else remember that being a thing? Anyway, this cartoon donkey America mug is from the Women's Democratic Club of Clark County, Nevada, which is real, and it ended up in our office because somebody didn't want it. But I did. And so I claimed this mug and averaged probably 6 to 8 trips a day to the Sage Grouse Cafe to fill it up with another mug of tea. I did not drink caffeinated beverages for the first 25 years of my life, but by the end of that campaign, ooh buddy, the Women's Democratic Club of Clark County, Nevada delivered me that warm, tannic thread from which I was barely hanging on. Was it even my mug? No. Did I anthropomorphize it into a friend? I know you'll never leave me, pal. As we packed up our office, puffy-eyed on November 9th, I'm glad I had the foresight to slip the mug into my bag and take it with me. There's not a lot I have in my life from the years of 2015 to 2017, because I mostly don't want to be reminded of them. But when I'm using my Women's Democratic Club of Clark County, Nevada mug, I am reminded of my friend and being very much cared for, and of striving for something, and of trying to make something beautiful out of gold cardboard and literal garbage. And of being in one room all day because I believe it's for the good of the collective for me to be there.
Okay, editing Taylor one more time. This was also before it was for the good of the collective to be out in these streets.
And so I'm so glad that I have this to look at day in and day out right now. In the comments, please tell me about an object in your home that you are glad to have around right now that makes it feel like home to you. If you like this video, you can hit the notification bell to find out when I make new ones. About 7% of my viewers have those turned on. I would like to get to 20 if I can. If you are able, you can also join the Radish Collective, my community of supporters on Patreon, and help me make more of these videos. I'll see you soon. Bye.